guys. Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? Happy freaking Friday. Let me just put that out there. Is anybody else glad that it's Friday? Holy cats. And I have two of them running behind me, so you will see this moving. Thank goodness. By Tuesday's broadcast, Lisa will be in her studios. You guys will be able to see the new studio. I'll be broadcasting from there on Tuesday. Okay, so I wanted to chit chat a little bit with y'all tonight. Go a little bit further in depth about this Uranus transit and how it is aspecting our new moon that is going to happen in a matter of hours. And so we're already seeing some of the pre-effects, the shadow effects are already happening. I know I have for sure, for positive, felt it. And I want to talk about it because it literally just got real. Now, if it's your first time here, welcome. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you being here. My name is Lisa. This is Heart of Inspiration. Here at this channel, we help you lead a spirit-led, whole, and healed, peaceful, and prosperous life. And for my returning subscribers, thank you, as always, for being here and continuing to support the channel. You can donate to the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or Super Chat if you're here on the live. Or you can join Patreon, patreon.com/Heart of Inspiration. So if you find something that you like here tonight, something that helps you when you're watching the replay, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. So let's get all that out of the way. Hey, Miss Sarah. So look, Uranus is transiting in retrograde in Taurus. Uranus is going to be in Taurus for quite some time, so we might as well just settle it on in and get used to it. It is a very long transiting outer planet. It's way out there. So that means it takes a very long time to get around the sun. And that means it takes a very long time to get through each sign. As a matter of fact, let me just Google that really quick because I don't know it off the... Kitties. Oh my God. Oh my good Lord, help me. They are just precocious. Okay. So Uranus takes a grand total. It takes 84 years to transit the sun. So divide 84 by 12 and you get 7. So it spends 7 years in, right? Yes. 7 years in each sign. So it just went into Taurus, I believe, just late last year. So it's going to be here for a hot minute till 2025-ish. It is in retrograde right now in Taurus. And if you guys, I don't have that up. Gosh darn it. If you guys may remember my chart, we've got the new moon in Libra, let's just say up here. And then we've got, beautiful Uranus down in the bottom. Hang on. I can actually get this up for you guys. Let me get rid of this. Remove. Let's put that up for you guys so you guys can see it. I'm not going to be drawing on it today, the chart for the new moon, but I at least want to put it up here for you. We can do here, chart only new moon. There you go. And let me add myself back in here so we can talk. I'm going to make this bigger. This is just beautiful how I can just automatically do this. And it's so easy peasy. Let me put my face back up here so you guys can see me. And I'm just not talking, So let me shrink myself a little bit. So you've got, if you look down in your lower, what should be your lower left hand corner, the blue kind of purpley looking thing and Taurus down there. And then you got a green line that's heading over towards the circle with the dot and the moon. That means that's what's called a quincux aspect. What that means is there's confusion happening, guys. It makes it very uneasy to do the things that then we want to do. Or we find revelations out about things, or things happen that we're not expecting. It's not necessarily that they're bad, but we just didn't freaking expect it. And it happens in ways we didn't expect either, which makes it difficult. When you have planets that are quincuxing another planet, it's not as clean as an opposition. In opposition, it's like, okay, we're illuminating something on the opposing side, something we may or may not have wanted to see, but we can easily see the polarity between the beneficial side and perhaps the darker side. When it's squaring, we know what to do with the square. It's like forcing us to look at a situation or a feeling or whatever. It's forcing us to look at it and make a determination. What are we going to do about it, right? We got to move on it. So all those red lines there are, like the squaring, right? You can find the squaring. Those are the red lines on that chart. And the green lines are some form of opposition. And then the blue lines, so they're opposing but not as bad. And then the blue lines are, in agreement, trining or something along, sextiling, something like that. I'm teaching you guys how to read astrology charts. You won't need me pretty soon. But if we look at where Uranus is and we think about what is a new moon. So a new moon is when the moon and the sun are conjunct. Okay? They are in agreement with one another. They are right there together. Our emotions about things are a little bit more hidden because the moon is an illuminary. It shines light on our emotions. Hey, Sagfire. And the sun by day just like really makes it really big and apparent. So that's what makes it really all about manifestation time, right? It's all about what do we really want to manifest, because we can see things with a more logical point of view. And honestly, we can see things and feel much better about ourselves because we're looking at it in the sunlight. And sunlight is all about love and all of that, right? It's just a wonderful energy to be in. Everybody loves to be in the sun. However, this go around, we have that straight line, right? And that's actually a quincux as well. So a quincux it's almost an opposition, but not quite an opposition. It's real close to an opposition, but it ain't quite a completely opposite, which means we kind of got an idea of maybe what's over there on the other side, but we ain't really sure what the good gosh darn to do with it. It makes whatever that energy is uneasy because we really don't know what to do with it. Now, we have Venus quincunxing Neptune. Neptune is the one that looks like Poseidon's fork up on the upper, like it's closer to the top over there on the left-hand side. It should be your left-hand side, I believe. And Venus is the little female sign over on the right-hand side, hanging out there with Mercury and the sun and all that, right? So that's quincunxing that. What does that mean? That means that all of our, what our relationships, were the dreams and aspirations we've had with our relationships, it is really super flippin' uneasy right now. It is super flippin' uneasy right now. We are having uneasy conversations right now. We're having uneasy revelations right now. We're seeing things about people in our lives that we may have thought were going to be here for forever. And we're seeing things and we're going, ooh, that wasn't part of the dream. That wasn't part of the plan. We've been seeing them with this dreaminess for so long. with Neptune being in Pisces and sextiling Saturn, and you know, Pluto really hasn't had much to do with it, but now Pluto's kind of getting in the mix. But you know, we've been able to like have these internal dreams all the while. You know, I feel like Spirit has been trying to say, yeah, but I've been trying to show some things to you. Everything might not be exactly what it is. And right now in Libra, it's like we got to figure out what in the good gosh darn we fitting to do. So in every interpersonal relationship, though, I don't want to put this in just romantic, because this is affecting every interpersonal relationship. And you can see it on the mundane or global level, even affecting especially U.S. politics right now, where things are, it looks like something is one way, but then we find out something is another way. It looks like we may have had an actual whistleblower, and then we read everything and find out, oh, he was only quoting third-party news clips that were retracted or corrected. It wasn't even around, right? So we're seeing things like people are bringing stuff up, and then it doesn't turn out to be what it is. And in your personal life, I'm sure you're probably still seeing that. People are like, we may have thought something was one way and made a grand assumption about something, and it fit our dream, it fit our vision for what it was, but oh my gosh, now we see maybe the relationship or the job or whatever is more work than we anticipated. Maybe it's just not as good of a fit as we anticipated. Whatever the case is, it ain't going how we anticipated. Now, then we got Uranus down here mucking around. Hey, S. Marie. We got Uranus down here in this left-hand corner. Let me bring it up over here so I can be sure I'm talking about the right thing. Pointing at the right direction. Uranus over there down in the corner. Now, it's been for months now. I've been doing these new moon and full moon discussions now for a few months. For months now, it's been chilling over there in Taurus. Not really doing much. Chilling like a villain. Not doing much, just kind of hanging out. And now all of a sudden, it wants to say, oh, I've just been taking a nap. I let you go through all of your personal, from Aries through Taurus, through Gemini, through Cancer, through Leo, through Virgo. I let you go through all of your personal stuff, and I really didn't mess with you, except for over here when it was in Taurus. And I was even nice to you when everything was in Virgo. But now, because remember, Uranus is an outer planet. What does that mean? Outer planets change the macro, change the big picture. They make big, sweeping, external to us changes, yet they affect us. They affect us personally, but the changes are outside of us. So all of this time, I've been telling y'all, grow, 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 grow. Purge, 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 purge. Portals are opening. Let's get in contact with Spirit, with God. Let's really open up in here. Let's do our work. I've been saying this for 6 months. Because all of 2019 is all about foundationally setting light workers and warriors in place, so that we can lead the next group. That's intuitive. I'm not getting that from a chart. I've been saying this for months. And now Uranus is like, time's up. All right, boo-boo. It's time. Y'all, I just got home from work not too long ago. It's time. It is time to really get down with the get down. Now it's time to change your outer world from Libra all the way through to Pisces. So this last half of the year is really going to be a time for changing the external world. So I hope that you all got your roots together. I hope you all got your roots planted. Libra is a time, yes, it's a time for love, right? Everybody talks about how Libra is just loving, lovey-dovey. You know, it's all about Venus and Aphrodite and everything. But let me tell you something else that Venus is all about. It's all about bringing about balance. It's all about starting new things, thoughts, relationships, methodologies. It's about justice. That's the other thing it's very much about. It's not about sitting here and being and pussyfooting around with your conversation. It's not about that. It's not about just sitting here going, well, you know, maybe, possibly, whatever, whatever. Well, I'm just going to let this person continue to walk all over me. Or I'm just going to still stay unfulfilled in this job. Or I'm just going to let this family member just do whatever. Or I'm just going to stay in this toxic relationship. No. Libra's like, no. We got to balance things out. And if we have to have some tough conversations and have some tough love, then we're going to have it. And Uranus is saying, you know what, I'm right here with you. Because I have been waiting for the opportunity to bring about some change. Now, when Uranus is making a beneficial aspect, and I'm not going to call a quincux a non-beneficial or a beneficial, I think it just is. Okay? It grants flexibility, originality, intellect, common sense, individuality, independence, special spiritual gifts, because Uranus is the god, right? Uranus is the god of all gods. Look him up. Talents in paranormal telepathy. It brings direct spiritual knowledge, direct knowledge. There's huge insight into spiritual and cosmic patterns. So people that, you know, you'll have prominent Uranus placements in your chart, like people that are really especially paranormal, really especially psychic, really especially spiritually gifted. So what's happening? Uranus is sitting here in retrograde in Taurus in like a home, right? This is all about you. Taurus is about your money, your career. I always keep my notes handy so I don't mess up, child. Your income, your daily routines, your values, your material possessions, your priorities, your habits, your job, your work ethic. That's what the second house of Taurus is all about. So Uranus has upset all of our darn apple carts this week. It has broken up some crazy routines. And I hope I'm not the only one whose routine got literally demolished. Not just the apple cart upset. I'm talking demolished. And it got demolished just yesterday. At kind of the height of the shadow energy as this new moon is coming in. So it's been shaking it up. It has gotten absolutely real, not necessarily in a bad way. It's not necessarily bad, it's how you look at it. If things needed to get moved or removed out of your life or moved in or moved out and you just have been slow playing it, And the crazy thing is, it has felt to me, I don't know if it's felt like this to anybody else, but it has felt to me like, you know, we've had this portal open for this time. But now it's just like, it's as if somebody put a brand new set of glasses on or gave me some binoculars and just went, focused, here we go, bam. I literally can see things intuitively with such a sharpness. And I believe that's because now the emotion of the moon is being is not being allowed to shine through. And the loving, bright, life-giving light of the sun is what we're able to see this by. So because I can divorce my emotion from it, I can see an outcome and I'm really okay with it. Yet it's still sort of confusing because don't forget we talked about that up here we've got Neptune that's doing the same craziness with our Venuses collectively. How do we really feel about these people? How do we really feel about this job? Libra's the seventh house, all about relationships, marriage, contracts. Has things that my job completely changed. Well, not completely, but enough. Where the contract I signed on for is now very different. Business partners, equality. So we're hearing even more about equality, and people are really trying to redefine that. This is all going on in the seventh house. We are literally redefining what all of this means to us from the perspective of Uranus in Taurus. So from the perspective of your money, your income, those things that we value so very much, your personal values, your priorities. How are you prioritizing all of this relationship, seventh house stuff? How are you prioritizing it? How are the people you are in relationship prioritizing you? Are you in business with the right business partner? Are you working underneath the right boss? Do you need to find something else? Are new opportunities opening? Because the beautiful thing about Uranus is when it brings change, it also brings opportunity. It also brings invention. It also brings innovation. It brings revolution, revolutionary ideas and ideals. And thank goodness all of this is happening while the moon is new moon. Not really seen. Not seen. Dark. It's happening in a time where we can reset our emotions about it and be divorced of emotion regarding it. So at the same time, all the idealistic, dreamy, laissez-faire, it's going to be okay energy from over here with Neptune that we've been having, and we really wanted to deal with the reality of stuff. We just kind of stuck our head in the sand. Here we go. It's telling Venus, oh, no. Or actually, Venus is probably telling it, no. We'll have none of that anymore. I don't care that you're at home. I don't care that you're chilling like a villain. It don't matter to me. We're not going to have this dreaminess anymore because life has to get back to being fair. There has to be justice. It has to be balance because we cannot go through the rest of this year and the rest of the zodiac finishing to set up our foundation in the zodiac year, finishing setting up the foundations and setting the government and setting the people in place that are going to be able to execute the plan, if you still cannot give an honest assessment of your interpersonal relationships and the contracts that you enter into and the business partners you take on, and you don't know really who you are interpersonally, individually. This Libra is also about an individuality of knowing who you are and embracing that. So we have a lot going on. How are we relating externally here? Are we being innovative with how we're making money? Are we looking at what's going on around us and saying, maybe I need to do something different? Or are we trying to do the same old because we've got Saturn up here in Capricorn? It's kind of moving off that north node, thank God. But we can't even rest on our laurels up here either, because you got Pluto going retrograde. Pretty soon those two are going to come together. They're going to be like, one on top the other. You thought you were just going to ride this out, didn't you? Oh no, all that's going to change. We'll talk about that another time. But we are being asked to examine our thought processes while we don't have a high emotional content, a high emotional energy at this new moon. Thank God. Now, I put up at the top of the chat the link to getting a new moon forecast and getting a full lunar cycle, new moon in Libra, full moon in Aries forecast for yourself. Call it a horoscope if you want. If you know your time, place, and date of birth, then we can run a full chart for you and do those and see where all of this aspecting is hitting your natal. But I'm going to tell you something, guys. If you have not been paying attention to your career, to your business opportunities, to where in the next 5 to 10 years, where do you see yourself? How do you see yourself making money, securing the bag? And you've really not been examining those relationships, you need one of those readings. Now this is gonna get uploaded here in just a few minutes, and hopefully people will see the replay. I have under 10 spots, so I have a few spots left. I planned on doing some tonight. So today is Friday at the time of this recording. If you don't see this till Saturday, still get the reading, because there's still that new moon energy. And even Sunday, we can grab the tail end of it and still catapult ourselves, so we are manifesting the right things personally for us. Collectively, we got to be paying attention to the money thing is really important right now. Being innovative with how we're creating wealth, and being innovative on how we're creating sustainable wealth moving forward. That is definitely something collectively I'm hearing. It's real now. We cannot sit here and keep ignoring it. It just got real. Because like it or not, it's all changing around you. I don't care how much you do or don't like it. It's changing. Period. So we got to be really cognizant and aware and not be scared. I'm not telling you any of this to make you scared, because fear is not of God. Right? Fear is not of God. God is love. God's not fear. It's the opposite. We cannot operate as we should if we're operating in fear. So I'm telling you this so that you can open yourself up to finally saying, you know what, I'm going to be all right with the change. I'm going to be okay with change. I'm going to be okay with growing. I'm going to be okay with evolving. I'm not choosing to stay stagnant in the same place. And I know, at least for myself, we had some changes at work. My workload, I won't say it just doubled. Let's say 150%. And it was like that. So a lot of people would say, oh, well, that's job security. Well, yeah, it is. But I did not go into this week thinking that my workload was going to more than double. But then good things happened as a result of it, because then I did a little bit of innovative negotiations to do some other things. So you got to be on top of it. And we have to be sure, again, we're doing things to get lasting wealth. Lasting, reoccurring wealth. We need to be focused on that. And we got to be focused on really seeing people for who they are and not being afraid to say you're not exactly who I thought you were. And that doesn't make you a bad person. That just means maybe you don't fit into my life the way that I thought you did. And it's okay. But we got to start seeing it, because we're going into that last half of the zodiac here, and it's not going to slow down anymore. I've been saying that for months. It's not going to slow down. We have to be moving with the speed of spirit and getting used to being spirit led and just going. All right, guys, that's what I have for you guys. I just wanted to come on. I didn't want this to be long. I didn't want to be on here for forever. I did pretty good, 30 minutes. So again, I've got the links up here. Let me copy. So if you would like the full mooner, so moon and sun, excuse me, full new and full moon. Oh my good Lord, help me. And then the new moon here. So the new and full moon, so the full cycle is $30, $29.95, and then the new moon in Libra only is $19.95. You can go to my website and order that under astrological services. I'll be doing some of those tonight as soon as I sign off from here. I'll catch up with that. I'll catch up with the Patreon. If you just want to join Patreon, we're going to have the astrological services out on Patreon tomorrow as well. So if you just want to join Patreon for $5 a month, you can join for as little as that. That's where we're going to be doing a lot of our live readings and things like that. So I'll pop up on here every once in a while for that. But, you know, we're not going to be doing that many over here. So just so you know. Other than that, guys, hey, happy new moon in Libra. Get some meditation done tonight. Get some more meditation done tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. I mean, just take the time for yourself so you can truly hear. That's the beauty of this Uranus energy, is that it really magnifies, maybe equally, maybe not quite equally, the voice of spirit, the voice of your spirit, the voice of God. It really does. It is the epitome of the energy of the Creator, because it is such innovative energy, that if you, and it's at a higher, the next octave up, the higher octave of Mercury's frequency. So if you could hear what Mercury sounds like as a frequency, Uranus would take it up an octave. And Mercury is said to be like the best friend of the sun, right? It just kind of goes around the sun all the time. It's the messenger. It's always delivering messages. Right? 88 days. Keeps going around. But Uranus takes 84 years. And it's this higher octave, this more elevated, more insightful, wiser message and sound. Tune into that during this new moon, and don't be afraid of the downloads that you get. Oh, hey, hello, Lollipop. All right, guys, we're gonna keep it moving. I said I just didn't want to be here too long, so look for me. I'll probably pop on at some point over the weekend here and there. You know, you'll never know when you see me, but if you do want those lunar readings, just let me know ASAP so we can get them out to you right away. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you. Namaste. Bye-bye.